Geometrical representation of the complex numbers. Dear student, we will do geometrical representation of the complex numbers today. Let us come to the Argand plane. If we take a line that is PQ, the P vertex is denoted by x1, y1 and Q vertex is denoted by x2, y2. So the complex number OP, that is joining the point P to the origin, will be x1 plus I y1, and complex number and the point complex number shown by the line OQ will be x2 plus I y2. So this distance is x1 and this distance is x2. So the distance, this will be x2 minus x1. Similarly, this distance will become y2 minus y1. So the complex number shown by line PQ will be x2 minus x1 plus I times of y2 minus y1. That is, PQ is equal to x2 plus I y2 minus x1 plus I y1. That is z2 minus z1. So PQ complex number will be z2 minus z1. Now the line PQ is rotated through an angle theta in the anti-clockwise direction to a new position PR. Now the R point is Z3, that is Z3 is equal to x3 plus IY3. So the complex number PR will be denoted by Z3 minus Z1 is equal to PR. Now we have rotated the line PQ to the new position PR in the anti-clockwise direction with an angle theta. So Euler's theorem says that Z3 minus Z1, that is the new position, divided by Z2 minus Z1, that is the initial position, is equal to length of the final position divided by length of the initial position into e to the power I theta, where the theta is the angle made between two lines PQ and PR. So we can write it like this: Z3 minus Z1 divided by Z2 minus Z1 is equal to mod of Z3 minus Z1 divided by mod of Z2 minus Z1 into e to the power I theta. This theorem is very important in solving the geometrical problem based on the complex numbers. Now let us come to the example. Example 1. If Z1, Z2, Z3 are the vertices of an equilateral triangle, then prove that Z1 square plus Z2 square plus Z3 square is equal to Z1, Z2 plus Z2, Z3 plus Z3, Z1. Now let us come to the solution. Vertex P is denoted by Z1, vertex Q is denoted by Z2, vertex R is denoted by Z3. This is an equilateral triangle whose all the sides are same. So first of all, we will apply Euler's theorem at the point P. The PQ line side is rotated to an angle 60 degree to the final position, that is PR. So the equation will be Z3 minus Z1 divided by Z2 minus Z1 is equal to length PR divided by PQ into e to the power I pi by 3. Pi by 3 is the angle between the two sides. We have applied Euler's theorem at the point P. Now let us apply the Euler's theorem at the point Q. Now we have to rotate the QR vector in the anti-clockwise direction to reach the new position PQ. So the equation will be Z1 minus Z2 divided by Z3 minus Z2 is equal to PQ upon RQ into e to the power I pi by 3. Now we know that PQ is equal to QR is equal to RQ. So Z3 minus Z1 divided by Z2 minus Z1 is equal to e to the power I pi by 3. This is the equation 1. Similarly, Z1 minus Z2 divided by Z3 minus Z2 is equal to e to the power I pi by 3. This is the equation number of 2. So we can equate the equation number 1 and 2. We get Z3 minus Z1 divided by Z2 minus Z1 is equal to Z1 minus Z2 divided by Z3 minus Z2. So Z3 minus Z1 into Z3 minus Z2 is equal to Z1 minus Z2 into Z2 minus Z1. This will become Z3 square minus Z1 Z3 minus Z2 Z3 plus Z1 Z2. This is equal to Z1 Z2 minus Z2 square minus Z1 square plus Z1 Z2. So this Z1 Z2 cancels out. So this will become Z1 square plus Z2 square plus Z3 square is equal to Z1 Z2 plus Z2 Z3 plus Z3 Z1. Let us come to the example 2. P is a point on the Argand diagram. On the circle with OP as a diameter, 2 points Q and R are taken such that angle POQ is equal to angle QOR is equal to theta. If O is the origin and PQ and R are represented by the complex numbers Z1, Z2, Z3 respectively, then show that Z2 square cos 2 theta is equal to Z1, Z3 cos square theta. Now let us come to the solution. P is the point in the Argand diagram, and taking OP as a diameter, we draw a circle. P is Z1, Q is Z2 and R is Z3. Q and R are the point in the same semicircle. So the angle OQP is 90 degree. Similarly, the angle ORP is 90 degree. These two angles are 90 degree. And the angle POQ is given as theta. Similarly, angle QOR is again given as theta. So applying Euler's theorem, we get, first we rotate the complex vector OP in the direction of OQ by an angle theta. So Z2 minus 0 upon Z1 minus 0 is equal to OQ divided by OP into e to the power I theta. Similarly, now OQ is rotated further in the direction of OR by an angle theta. So Z3 minus 0 upon Z2 minus 0 is equal to OR divided by OQ into e to the power I theta. Now, if we divide these two equations, we will get Z2 square divided by Z1 Z3 is equal to OQ square divided by OP into OR. Now OQ can be written as OP cos theta and OR can be written as OP cos 2 theta, because this makes a right angle triangle OPQ. So OQ becomes OP cos theta. Similarly, OR becomes OP cos 2 theta. So if we put the value, it will become Z2 square by Z1 Z3 is equal to OP cos theta whole square divided by OP into OP cos 2 theta. So Z2 square divided by Z1 Z3 is equal to OP cos square theta divided by OP cos 2 theta. So Z1 square divided by Z1 Z3 is equal to OP square cos square theta is equal to OP square cos 2 theta. This cancels out. So Z1 square cos 2 theta is equal to Z1 Z3 cos square theta. Let us come to the third example based on the rotation of the complex numbers. Let Z1 and Z2 be the roots of the equation Z square plus PZ plus Q is equal to 0, where the coefficients P and Q may be complex numbers. And let AB represent Z1 and Z2 in the complex plane. And if angle AOB is equal to alpha and OA is equal to OB, where O is the origin, then prove that P square is equal to 4Q cos square alpha by 2. Now let us come to the solution. This is an Argand diagram. This is the vector OP, complex number OP, and this is the complex number OQ. P is Z1 and Q is Z2. OP and Q are the equal sides, and the angle between OP and OQ is alpha. Now, we rotate complex number OP in the direction of OQ. So we get Z2 minus 0 upon Z1 minus 0 is equal to OQ upon OP e to the power I alpha. So Z2 by Z1 is equal to OQ is equal to OP, so e to the power I alpha. Now, equation given is Z square plus PZ plus Q is equal to 0. So Z1 plus Z2 is equal to minus P, and Z1 into Z2 is equal to Q. Z1 by Z2 is equal to e to the power I alpha is our the equation number 1. Z2 by Z1 is equal to e to the power I alpha. If we add 1 on both sides, so this will become Z1 by Z2 plus 1 is equal to e to the power I alpha plus 1. You can write it like this: Z2 plus Z1 by Z1 is equal to e to the power I alpha can be written as cos alpha plus I sin alpha plus 1. This thing can be written as Z2 plus Z1 divided by Z1 is equal to cos alpha plus 1 can be written as 2 cos square alpha by 2 plus I sin alpha can be written as 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2. So Z2 plus Z1 divided by Z1 is equal to, if you take common 2 cos alpha by 2, it will become cos alpha by 2 plus I sin alpha by 2. Now you can write it Z2 plus Z1 divided by Z1 is equal to 2 cos alpha by 2 into e to the power I alpha by 2. Now the first equation is Z2 by Z1 is equal to e to the power I alpha. If we square the equation 2, then it will become Z2 plus Z1 whole square divided by Z1 square is equal to 4 cos square alpha by 2 e to the power I alpha. And first equation remains the same, e to the power I alpha. If we divide second equation by first equation, so it will become Z2 square plus Z1 square divided by Z1 square into Z1 by Z2 is equal to 4 cos square alpha by 2 by 1. Z1 cancels out with Z1, so it will become Z1 plus Z2 whole square is equal to 4 cos square alpha by 2 into Z1 into Z2. Now we know that Z1 plus Z2 is equal to minus P and Z1 Z2 is equal to Q. So the equation becomes P square is equal to 4Q cos square alpha by 2.